When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies, and seest horses and chariots, and a people more than thou, be not afraid of them, for the Lord thy God is with thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And it shall be, when ye are come nigh unto the battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people, and shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, ye approach this day unto battle against your enemies. Let not your heart faint, fear not, and do not tremble, neither be ye terrified because of them. For the Lord your God is he that goeth with you, to fight for you against your enemies, to save you. Amen. Hello guys, it's your girl Amy here, and once again welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to talk about a Bible verse that I have read this morning. I am going to read Deuteronomy chapter 20 verse 1 to verse 4. I opened my Bible this morning and I came across it. I really liked it, so I thought that a lot of you guys may like it as well and may apply it in your daily lives. So thanks for watching. I am going to read Deuteronomy chapter 20 verse 1 to 4. So verse 1, when thou goest out to battle against thine enemies, and seest horses and chariots, and a people more than thou, be not afraid of them, for the Lord thy God is with thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. Verse 2, and it shall be, when ye are come nigh unto the battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people. And verse 3 says, and shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, ye approach this day unto battle against your enemies. Let not your heart faint, fear not, and do not tremble, neither be ye terrified because of them. And the last verse, which is verse 4, says, For the Lord your God is he that goeth with you, to fight for you against your enemies, to save you. Amen. So this morning I woke up, and one of the first things I did was to open my Bible, and this is what I saw. And I thought that I prefer to share this with you. I don't want to talk much. I am not Christian. I am born and raised Muslim. But I use the Bible to help me. And usually it's Proverbs I read. And when I opened it, this part was like this. It was the first one I saw, and I was like, oh, I must have read it before, and I must have really liked it. And I closed it for a reason, so I decided to read it. I can't even remember reading this, but these are the kind of thing I like reading. And my favorite book is the book of Proverbs, because Proverbs will give you wisdom. Proverbs will lead you in the right path. Proverbs will help you go through difficult and tough times. When I am going through hard times, what I try to do is listen to proverbs, listen to worship songs, listen to preachings that are motivating me to be positive, motivating me to be stronger, that are telling me things like what I just read for you. So I will try and explain it in my own understanding. It will be best for you to go and read it for yourself and try and gain your own understanding. And if you don't, maybe find someone more qualified to help you with it. To me, it's quite black and white. There is only a few things that you may not understand well, probably because of the English they are using here. But for me, verse 1, for example, says, when you go out to battle, I take it as when you're having difficult times, when you're having like a problem that is like a mountain to you, just tell yourself that your God, let me read it. Because to me, the trouble is your enemy. Because when you're going through tough time, when you're thinking negatively, when you're thinking this trouble is gonna defeat me, it makes you feel worse. And if you feel negative, you may end up losing the battle against whatever it is. It could be cancer, it could be financial problems, it could be trouble with your children, it could be anything that you are facing, any tough time. Just tell yourself that your God is with you. So no matter what the circumstance is, do not be afraid of the circumstance. Tell yourself, the Lord my God is with me. The God that has saved you in the past, the God that has brought you to this world, He is with you. Once you know that your Father, your Maker, is the most powerful, the most amazing, the strongest out of all of them, out of all of the gods that could be. When you know that no matter what battle you are going through, your Lord will be there for you. What a relief. What a relief. These are my key. These are the key to my happiness and the key to all my success. No matter what tough time I am going through, just to know that my Father, He is the most strongest, the most loving Father. He is with me. He forgives me for my mistakes. He is there. He is here for me, and He is always going to be here for me no matter what. What else can I do if not to surrender all to Him? I will leave verse 2 because that's a bit hard for me, and I'll go to verse 3. So to me, God is telling us, when you are against your enemy, against any difficult circumstance, let not your heart faint. Do not be afraid. It also says, fear not. Yeah, do not be afraid, and do not tremble. Neither be ye terrified because of them. Don't be afraid. Know that your God is here for you. I don't know if you know this song of Ada Cheta. I am God and I never fail. Cheta. Yesterday, today, and forever the same. It was the story of Joseph when he was accused wrongly. What happened at the end? Even though he went to jail, to prison, even though he suffered what he did not do, at the end, he came out of it victorious. Just know that no matter what the outcome comes out to be, you are going to be victorious with God. That is why I could never trade God for anything or anyone, because I know I am going to be a loser at the end. If I follow anything else, I am going to be a loser. You are going to get joy for today, joy for a few seconds, joy for a few years. But one day, all of that will be taken away from you, and you will be left like nothing and wasted your energy, your time, and your precious life for nothing. That is a reason alone for me not to even joke when it comes to things like this, and to always choose the Lord. So I am going to read the last verse now, which says, "For the Lord your God is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies, to save you." Have you ever gone through a circumstance, through something, and you came out of it and you are like, oh my God, you ended up seeing yourself at the end victorious, and you look at yourself and you look back and you're like, how did I even do this? How did I make it? How was that possible? I couldn't believe it. When you are going through tough times, when you are going to battle, whether it be exams, whether it be going for a job interview. When I was going for my last job, to me there was no way that I was going to get the job, because I have tried it in the past. They called me for an interview. I have the qualifications, but I messed it up. The guy even ended up giving me some tips because I said it wrongly. And I had no one to mind my daughter. I spoke to the person that was supposed to help me about it. The person gave me a headache, refused to do it. So, you know, when I go for an interview, I know that they were going to ask me for my availability. But what was I going to answer them? I didn't know. There were so many things that were going on wrong. And I remember that my uncle, I went to drop my daughter to my uncle to marry her. And he told me, because I was in tears, I was not happy, and he told me, you know what, don't go, call them and cancel, because as you can see, there is no way. He's very good, but that day, that was the advice he gave me. But something told me, you know what, you've always persevered, you always went with what you have. Even though you felt you couldn't make it, you always showed up. So show up. And I did show up that day. And the interview was the easiest interview I have ever done so far. And on the day I felt I got the job, I did feel that the interviewers did like me as a candidate, and that my chances of getting the job was quite high. The way the interview went, it went so smooth. Some of the questions I feared that they would ask me because I didn't want to lie, they ended up not asking me those questions, and they were asking me smooth questions that were so easier for me to answer, and I was so able to answer the questions. I felt very happy going out, but going in, I was crying, and at the end, I did get the job. Even though there were complications later, and during this coronavirus, I've thought of it before coronavirus, and it was the right thing to leave it because of the kids. But this was a sign to say that no matter how tough things are, you can still do it. So as long as you have God, you can still make it. Never think it is the end of you. Never think it is the end of the world for you. No matter how tough things are, still stay positive. And do not change who you are from the gentle, nice and caring person that you are to someone that is going to steal or lie to gain whatever you want. Do not do that. It is not going to help you. It is not the best way to go about it. Go with the truth and you shall be okay. As they taught us in school, that sell yourself a little higher. Yes, I do recommend that you sell yourself a little higher, but do not lie. Do not steal when things are tough. Do not steal and tell yourself that, oh, if I don't steal, I won't have bread tonight to eat. No, God will provide for you. Even if you don't have bread to eat, you will not die. When I was younger, back home in Africa, I had days, plenty days, when I did not have food to eat for the whole day. I had to wait for dinner. Today, look at me. There is a God, guys. There is a God. So this is the end of this video. I hope you like this video. I hope you're going to learn something from this video. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video.